Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about butterfly pattern and some other issues. um, I got in a trade last week. I already done recorded the video I'm fixing to show you, but at the end of the video, once the day is over, if I win or lose in the stock, I'll see. I've done one once. We're going to try to get in it again and do it again. This is about patience. If you don't have patience, this is not the thing to get into. You got to have patience. I was negative $400. I won $400. Here I was now negative $400, and it's going to lose everything I done won. But I stuck my gun, kept my stop loss where it was at. It barely came down and got it, but we'll show you that once it's all said and done. Now, with other than that, enjoy the video. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and we'll go from there. Thanks. Hey everybody, today's Monday, September 21st, 2020. Today's been a good day. Got in a trade last week, Friday afternoon. Didn't do too good. It actually started going down. I was negative $200, but I stayed in it. It went back up a little bit, I think, over the weekend, or Friday, before it closed out. I think it was negative $50, but I already lost $100 on this trade. Don't get me wrong, because I got in somewhere right in here. I'm sorry. I got in somewhere this candle here. I got in it, and instead of it going like it's supposed to, like I said, in a perfect world, it's supposed to go up. It didn't. It actually dropped, hit my stop loss. I lost about $119. I believe that's what it said. And then yeah, $119. Then I got into another trade. Got back into it once it did this. It hit this one Friday, and I thought it would go. It did go up, but I put my buy stop right in here. Today, yesterday opens up. It shoots straight up. Look at it. I did get out of it just for the fact that this is a 1 hour. I mean, this is the daily. I'm sorry. You go to the 1 hour chart. See this long one here was okay. This long one, but I got out of it when this hit. Cause see how big it when it go up and start coming back down, and it formed this candle, and then that's when I got out when it formed this one. And I still made $400 something. I think I said no, not 400. Let me correct myself. Today, yeah, $470. You can see that. It's not gonna let you see it. It's not gonna do it. Yeah, you might see it right there a little bit. Make the angle of it. Yeah, they don't like the black. But anyways, it made $471. So what I did, I get back out of it. I come back into it, but this candle here wasn't formed all the way. It did retract back down, so it had a long wick, longer than this one because it was right in. This is the top of the wick, right when I got in it, and the wick went way down through here. So I put me a buy stop here, and sure enough, it triggered it. It triggered it. Now I'm back in it again. I actually got in the wrong trade. I actually got into Europe and Mexico trade. I got in it and actually made 30 bucks, but it was an accident. I didn't foresee wanting to get in it. But I have noticed something. If Americans, most of the time, if American money's going up, if this is going up or down, Europe and Mexico money's doing the exact same thing. A little bit last week when I lost that money, I got in it and noticed Europe's still going down, America was going up. Now so America flipped and started going back down. I lost the money, but Europe's going down. But right now Europe's going up. Americans going up. So, and here's the 1 hour chart. See, it's going up, 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 up. And then you can look over here, U.S. New Mexico. If you notice, the red has turned, and that's what you look for in these. If you look at my last videos, this is where I talked about it. And this is the butterfly pattern. I'm gonna go over it real quick. And say as it flips up, that indicates you that this is turning. Now it could go around and go, just do a wave and go back down, but usually it's a very good sign that all this week. Press, if you've been keeping up with American currency, it's never really dropped below 20. It used to be below $20. But now it's like 21. It usually stays up in like 23, 24. So that's another good sign. So you always get these signs, tells you that money's, currency is going to do it. I trade Mexico money pretty often. So what you can't just get in trading and start doing it. You got to really play with it a lot and understand what's going on. Like these patterns here could form and they could go away because they could form and not do it, or they could form and not do won't do what they're supposed to do. 80% of the time they form and they're supposed to do it. Sometimes they form, and if you last week, like I said, it dropped. I think the first one I ever got into was maybe this one or this one. I don't remember, but I actually see it went down the rest of the week, and it didn't do because this pattern here formed more last week, and I've been watching it. So you got to get currency. Like I said, start out with 3. If you want to start out in this business, start out with 3 currencies, 5 currencies. Play with them. Get you a demo account. Play with it. See, make sure it does do the candle patterns. It does. This one's pretty good. I think Europe and US, the candle, if you go back to my charts, like the candle patterns, this one, it does play a big role in it, and it does 90% of the time does the candle patterns. So if you notice this one, this is a flat top and it was long, so that usually indicates it's going down. It did go down. And here it is again. It indicates it going down. So if you got into it right here, it went up a little bit, you've been lost, but then if you stayed in it, it went down. See, now this one almost completely engulfed it if you do it backwards. It started it and it almost completely engulfed this candle, indicated it's going back up. So, but you take these patterns here. A lot of people take these patterns and they do it one time. That's it. They'll ride that trade up and be done with it. But I don't do it for the person that taught me. So what we do, and I'm going to teach you, show you a Fibonacci later on. But if this is a Fibonacci, this yellow one. So you draw it down, put it down at the very top. It's got to be, try to be right on it, precise. Everything in these things is almost precise, or give you, if you don't do it, try to get it precise. But if it's not precise, or if you do get precise, try to leave your thing. So this Fibonacci indicates that if it's a perfect world, that if you draw it from the top of your pattern, let me zoom out here. You'd go from C to D, put your handle, well, I'm sorry, this is from C to D. We're going to do the Fibonacci. From C to D, it should, in a perfect world, come back up and hit the 380, the 50, or the 60, somewhere's in here. Now, it could go all the way up here, but usually on these patterns, I always like to be safe and do the halfway mark. So I got out of the other trade already, just the fact that I didn't want to be greedy. $400 is $400 to start a Monday off. It's really sweet. When your goal is to just do $100 a day, I'm pretty much set for the week. It's almost $500. With the $38, it is $500. So close. Well, I guess I am making $500 right now if I go ahead and log out. So I can be done the rest of the week if I just want to do $100 a day. So the 50 mark will be your halfway mark, so you can do it. A lot of times it goes to 61.8, which is what they consider as God's number. But I always like to play it safe. Sometimes I'll split right here, just for the fact, if you notice these two are topped. Some people goes off this chart, which is that's the case, then it's pretty much maybe done. But I usually go by the Fibonacci, so I'm assuming it's going to go right to the 318, but I always just take it to the halfway mark and go halfway. So that would be my stop loss, my take profit and get out. Now, like I say, it can go all the way up. I don't be greedy, but if it gets to this point and I'm still sitting here watching the charts and I think, it may go up, I may take profit out and move it up to the 50. And if I notice it goes back down to 318, I'll get out. But if it goes to the 50 and it looks like it's going to push on farther, I'll put my take profit and move it up to 618. I'll put my stop loss at the 50. And that way, if it comes back down, I still make my money. My allergies are getting up. So, but this is the thing. So what you do also do is, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to change this to white or some other color that you can see. That's a pitchfork. Pitchfork uses Fibonacci's. These are all Fibonacci's if you leave it alone. But you put on the X, the C, and the D. Try to be right on it, precise. Zoom in if you have to. Try to make sure it's right on the D, which would be the red candle. And it can be back here, just as long as that line runs right across that candle. So like this one, sometimes I'll have it way back here just to make sure I can move it up and down. I'll have it back right through here somewhere. So see how the fork's moving? So the forks moves. So I'll have it sometimes back here, so I can line that up right on the very tip of that, and there it is. Now, that being said, in a perfect world, most times they're pretty accurate, especially if you get a pinpoint like this one. The gentleman taught me, used it Charlie, Echo, Charlie and Delta, and the X. Now you can, some people use this one and go back down when it goes down or something. That's how I use it. So now, after you get done with this trade, let's say you get in it, and it goes all the way up. You hit your 3.8, your 0.5%, your 3.8, or your 50%, and you're out. Well, these pitchforks always acts like another tool. So you can take 2-3 trades even after this pattern's formed. A lot of people, they'll just use this pattern, get in it, ride it up to the Fibonacci, the half, 318, whatever. Or they'll get greedy and go all the way to the 6 or the 200 or 100 and see if it goes. They'll use, some of them get in 3 trades. They'll get in it right here, and they'll have one set here. They'll have one set here, one set here, one set here, and no matter what, they'll just keep moving their stop losses up. So they always make money off the 3 trades, but they'll set one way up here, the 618 and the 50%. And they'll ride it all the way up and hit all 3, or if it goes all the way up, looks like it's going all the way up, they'll get it. If not, they just keep moving their stop loss up, and then they have 3 trades going on. I've done it. I've done trades like that. So if I move the, let me delete that. So there, that's better. So this is going up. Sometimes they'll go right up and touch these 50 and then come back down. They'll go down, and then sometimes they'll ride right in between them. I don't know if I got a pitchfork. Yeah, see right here's one. See, right here, where it comes up, hits it, comes down, goes a little past it, and then all of a sudden comes back up, goes down, doesn't go all the way up. But if it's a perfect world, see, there's a really good touch there. It would, but it finally comes through it. It comes up. Look here, it's right on that line there, and it's coming back down. So that's why I got out of the Mexican. Like I said, it makes American money goes up. It seems like Mexican. This one goes up too. Europe and Mexico, but that's in a perfect world. That's the last 3 trades I've done, but I haven't looked at it a lot. But it could go very well go back down and keep going, because you're, like I said, you're in this one. So if this is a vice versa one, we'll take the Fibonacci, we'll stick it right on it, try to anyways. We'll ride that up to there. So if you notice, it's come all the way down past the 100 mark. So that's usually a good sign that saying, hey, it's going to go a pretty good retracement back, probably back maybe to the 618.5%, and then maybe continue back down. That's if this is a perfect world. They don't delete my pitchfork. If it's a perfect world. So the perfect world, don't always exist, but sometimes it does, but sometimes it don't. Oh. Let's see. So this is U.S. and Mexico. I'm sorry, Europe and Mexico. If you notice, it's coming up, hitting, so it's not really coming across right here. So it's really ain't like it's doing a stop, like it's not going to push through it. So that one's kind of leery. But what we try to do is come in here, first thing to do. My son's over here sneezing. And see Europe and US. So Europe is pretty much in a trading zone now. US is not, because you're here, it's fixing to be 9 o'clock. So I always try not to trade within the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours of whatever time zone you're in. And if you pick the time zone, it will do it. So it's fixing to be 9 o'clock here. It's 8:42. So when it's a red folder, orange folder is kind of iffy. Yellow folders don't matter, which I don't have on here. The 2 red folders is kind of is where you kind of watch it, because like I said, it could shoot up, shoot straight down. Everybody logs out. And that might be why Europe is doing it, because about 9:20. They still got about 40 minutes before this is out of its comfortable zone and opened up to trade. Another one you can look at is this one. Let's see if I can get it. Now, I haven't used this one too much, just for the fact that it's kind of new to me. This used to, from what I understood, you used to have to pay for this, and now they've got it for free. And see, this one don't show it. But let's say the very popular one. Let's say U.S. Let's say U.S. and Canada. 72% of clients saying this is going to go long. Long means up. So they're saying that after all this is going down, this is going to go back up for percentage. Now the concept of this is that people owns these. The guy was telling me it's not the point of this, it's the point of these numbers here. If the bank sees 70%, and usually this comes in play when people bet. So everybody's got a bet buy stop or something telling them it's going to go up, so they put it in. So you got 72% of traders saying it's going to go up. Now the other 28% saying it's going to go short. Banks sometimes uses this, and they see this number, and they'll say, "Oh, we're going to go short," and they'll drive it shorter, so all these people's stop losses get hit. So this is where he says you actually do the opposite of this. And if everybody goes opposite, it's going to change opposite. It's going to say, 72 people go short. But this is where the banks uses this a lot of times to use this software saying, hey, it's going the opposite way. I have used it and come in here and used it 72%, watched it and said, okay, they're correct. I think they're going right, and actually made money. So it's something you'll have to play with, but just be leery. They're big currencies like US, Canada, Europe, US. The banks watch more than other ones. I used to have them written down, but there's 5 currencies that's very popular. Europe and Great Britain, US, Canada, US and Europe, Great Britain and Canada. I think I might have said that one already. Europe and Great Britain, Japan, US and Japan is pretty popular. There's like 7, maybe 10 that they focus on. The rest of them they just kind of don't. They leave alone. They don't really focus on them because the money. U.S. Mexico is not one of them they focus on. If you notice though, they didn't have a percentage up here when it comes to U.S. U.S. and Mexico, they didn't have it. So anyway, that's something else you can do. Here's the website. You can get on here, set your up account, play with these charts, see what they do. But one of the guys tell me how they do it is when the number changes real big. So if he goes into, let's see, 77% said it's going long. So if it's 50% or 77% says it's going long, and that number changes to the opposite way, then he knows it's time to get in, and he uses it that way. And I don't really understood it too much. But see, these people saying it's going long, but look, it's coming down, 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 down. But do have a lot of candles going down. Then also you have this one, so it could indicate it is going to go back up and then go down. Now, how long it's going to go up or down, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but this chart does not tell you anything. It could come all the way back up, but see, that's a good indicator right there, and it goes back down. But anyways, I thought I'd share that with you. That's another good one to get on. You can actually get on here and it will tell you when's a good day to trade that currency. Oh, I got login. I'm not going to log in because I don't know about my login. But as you get on here, you can actually, it will tell you like a chart. If you look at some of my old videos, they talk about it, where it actually tells you like a really good day to trade, or when's the best day, when the best day it moves the most. Usually Mondays, most currency, Mondays and Fridays, everybody don't get in it. Usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the biggest trading days. But some has it where they get it more. Trying to see if I can find another. Yeah, so here's another pattern. So it comes up, comes down a little bit past the line, touch that line, comes up. If you look, it touches that line, goes down, almost does that one, push a little bit past, goes up. Because these things are not, well, like I said, not 100% perfect. And if you notice, I don't have mine probably right on the line. It don't look like it is. This is when I'm what really currency. Let's see here. So, but this is one. Now don't go in here and draw a pitchfork and think it's going to hit it every time. There's other things you got to take into play. What is it doing? Why is it doing it? So you take the candle patterns and this, the moving average. Take other thing in consideration. So almost got my take profit. I got my stop loss here, my take profit here. Almost did it. And it looks good because everything's in a buy except the 30 minutes, and a sell, and a minute it's in a buy or a sell. Everything else is buy, 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 buy. One's undecided in the daily. But if you go to it's an hour. Excuse me. These are other indicators you can use if something's oversold, overbought. So right now, according to that RSI, it has been overbought. So it's going to come back down a little bit, get corrected, and come in the perfect world, come back up. And the blue's up. It looks like the red's flat, so the blue's coming back down. Usually indicates that the buying momentum is leaving. Trying to check all my stuff. Yeah. So you may also want to look at which I don't think I have it on this computer. Oh, strength meter. There it is. But see, they don't have Mexico on here. The U.S. currency is very strong. Now, some people does this on this. They'll use these to get each other. Like they'll see this one low and this one high, and all of a sudden this one starts coming down and this one starts coming up. So they'll actually use these to place bets. I've done it. I didn't have too good luck with it. Just because this one's going down and this one's going up doesn't mean it's going to be a good trade. So anyways, I want to let y'all know that right now. My indicator says that I'm at $50. I think I was ahead. Oh, now should be negative. But it was ahead $50 and maybe more than that if that was all the way up there. But like I said, it's news coming up. I should have already got out of it when I hit the $50 and been done with it. Because right at 9 o'clock is news. I should have been out of it at 7 o'clock. But I got in it about 7 o'clock. I didn't check my news. Well, luckily I got in it about that time. But the bad thing is when this 9 o'clock rolls around, that could go down because everybody's trying to get out of trading, which looks like what people are doing now. They're getting out of it. You know, or it's not good. I'm about to really watch this right when 9 o'clock to 9:05 and watch it, see if it goes down too far to get out. Take my stop, take my prop and loss and run with it. So anyways, I hope that's been good. I'm going to get off here. It's been 30 minutes. So happy trading this week. I'm probably going to come back on here some day of the day this week and do another video. Thanks. Have a good one. Okay, everybody. I just want to let you know it did do what it's supposed to do. So if you notice, this is a butterfly. It says bull, means bull goes up. Butterfly pattern. This is on Mexican, U.S. Mexican daily. I did have it. My stop loss is about right in here. I'm sorry, it's right in here, right under this one. And this one formed. This one comes up, it goes back down. This one forms and it comes back down, and almost, I mean, it's probably right at that yellow line. Almost hit my stop loss. Instead, I kept in it. It come all the way back down, and let me show you. See what's over here. So let's see. Yeah. See, almost came back down, and all of a sudden it flipped over and started going back up. This is the hourly one. But as of yesterday, I got in it and it went negative $400, and now it jumped back up. So that's a good sign that it was time to get out. So I made 300, paying my commission and everything. I brought home $302.35. But for yesterday and today, to start the week off right, I brought $786 in. So that's not bad for the week. So if you can see it, I don't think it's going to let you see it due to the camera. But anyways, so it does work. The pattern, I mean, the pattern does work. It's just a point of I just want to make sure everybody's seen it. The patterns do work sometimes, and I honestly believe the butterfly is the most powerful one. At 90% of the time, it will. And once it forms, it does it. If you go to my website, www.fdisstonefort, I'll put in the description, and I'll put a link up here somewhere. .com. They have the patterns. I'll eventually have a video showing the drawings of these. and then later on do a story of them, how they come about. But they form all the time in just about every stock market. They could be, the butterfly could be bull, it could be butterfly, be bearish, crab pattern, Gartley pattern. There's some other patterns out there, but they're 80% of the time accurate. So sometimes I don't do it. You notice in the video, this is the next day. So yesterday I recorded the video. So today I was going to get back on here and record this one to show everybody and then put them together. But if you notice, my pitchfork still here. So the pitchfork's here. So if you notice though, when the hour one, let me get up here. You notice all these candles here again? See how long this one is? That would be the time I would start getting out. It's when this candle forms big long. Wait till it forms a little wick and get out, or let it go back down and form a wick. But I would move my stop loss up to back right in here. That way you have a no sense trade if you got in it down here. It goes up here, because this indicates a lot of people's getting out of the market is why this is forming. Usually because you'll see how it's all the same size and you got one big one. Or if you want to wait to see this one form and turn red, you're more than welcome to. But that usually indicating saying, hey, this market's and there's a line right there. That's not the wick, but there's wicks on it right there. Let's see if I can move in closer. It looks like it's got a huge wick, but it doesn't. The wick ends right in there. So you see how long it is. Then this one's forming, and this one's kind of indecisive. Don't be greedy. That's one thing people gets into this thing business and wants to get greedy. The deal is set you a target, not $1,000 a day. If you got $1,000 account, $500 account, $1,000 account, your goal is not to make $1,000 off this one trade. Not doing it daily. You might make $1,000 if you stay in it in a month or two. Or like this one, I've got in it yesterday, today, so $700. So if I stayed in it the whole time, I'd made about $800. So it would have been close to $1,000. But that being said, it depends on what you start out with, how much money you got in your account. I mean, if it went negative $1,000, I mean, if you don't put $1,000 in, you blowed your account. Or if you got in it, let's say last week, and that's actually when I got into it last week, and it did that one yesterday. But let's say if you got in it last week, and you decide you weren't going to get out until you make $1,000. Every day you have to pay your broker. So every day you think, okay, I'm going to make $1,000, I'm going to make $1,000. And that trade right there, just that trade alone, I paid the broker $13. So the other one I stayed in it. Now it stayed in a good while. It's not going to show me. Yeah, so I paid him about $15. But I made $400. I said, this one says how much? Yeah, $13. This one was, you know, 1446 for that trade. So each day you trade, you stay in it, you're going to pay your broker a percentage. You pay them automatically when you get in it, and that's just a commission. So when I first get in the trade, I'm already just down $28 each trade. So that's $28 that's automatically going to them for each trade. So you got to take that in consideration. So the best thing to do is just don't get greedy. If you set your goal mind $100 a day, now that being said, it could be $100 trade on this one. It could be $100 trade on another one. I only did one trade. When it was really good, the market was good before the COVID-19, I would do sometimes 4 trades on each one. Now I could make $25 each one and get out, or I said, okay, I'm going to make $100 on each one, get out. It just depends on what you see in the market. But unfortunately, most people, and I'm that way, I don't like sitting here watching it all day long. So this would have been a good indicator to get out. This one's not so much, and this one, because you don't have a lot behind it. So these are pretty good candles. And this one just meaning a lot of people pushed it up. A lot of people maybe pushed it up here or got out. But when I seen this one form, it would have turned red and told me to get out on this one. Because this one was, it is an engulfing candle. So this one you have to watch kind of. But like this one right here, you see it, I would have told me to get out of that trade, and see it did. It goes down. It goes back up. But I wasn't watching it. So I stayed in this whole trade this whole time. But another way of looking at this, and this is what you're kind of hoping for. See there? It comes up, it touches, it comes up, it touches, comes up. Now that could have formed a lower high, lower low. It come down, but this indicates it's going to go away. If it had crossed that line and start going down this way, then I would have got out. But since it did not, I stayed in here. I got that last bit right there. So it's not a lot of it tells you to lock it in and walk away, and sometimes you just got to, because you can't sit here all day long and do this. And that's what the whole point of it is your free time. Now that being said, you can download this on your phone. Download MetaTrader 4 on your phone. Trader's View on your phone. I got another one I use, Think or Swim. I rarely use it. What's the other one I got? Robinhood, if you do penny stocks and stuff. And I'll try to go over some of these later on. FX Pro is another one I use. So all these you can download on your phone. As soon as this one gets up, this is the FX Pro I downloaded. So this is another one you can download on your phone. So this way you can keep up with it. TraderView is really good about MetaTrader 4 is not so good for cell phones. Just the fact that you don't have a lot of play with it, a lot of use with it. This one here, if you got the free version, it's only going to show up here on your phone. It's going to kick you out of either one. But if you download this, and I would show you on my phone, but this right here, what I have on Trader's View, what I do on my phone shows up on my phone. The same, everything here is the same as you have on your phone. The bad thing, it's on your phone. It depends on what type of phone you got. It depends on how good it is, but you have the same technique here. I can download a tablet, which I carry with me sometimes. Same thing. It's all cloud-based. It's got the same look, the same patterns. MetaTrader 4 does not, and you don't have a lot of tools with it on your cell phones. But if you use Trader 4 as a broker, like I do, you have it where, and you can use TraderView for a broker too. But I just had my broker on MetaTrader 4 and left it there. And you can use the other one. I believe you can put your broker on here. But if you're going to get into this, start your demo count. This one says go live. I don't have a real count on this one. It's still in a demo, just because I'm not using this one too much. And TraderView I use all the time, and MetaTrader. But MetaTrader, if you go to it will show you, like if you're logged in here and here, it'll show you where you got your take profit, your get in, and then your stop loss. That's what it shows. But all this, nothing. You can have one or two things on there. It's not really geared, and what you do here does not show up on your phone. If it does, I haven't seen it. But good to do. The thing about TraderView, what I do here shows up exactly what I got on my phone. I can zoom in on it, see it, look at it. If I got my line I'm going to cross here, if I got my my pitchfork on there, it's going to show it. I mean, it does a lot. It does a lot better. I mean, if I can draw my pitchfork on here, if I get on, I wish I could show you my phone, but if I draw my pitchfork on here, when I go to this one on my phone, it's got it. It's got my same watch list, same drawings, everything. I mean, everything looks just identical to this. It's just a mini version. You can get on your tablet, carry your tablet with you in your car, check it out whenever you can, as long as you got internet. Look at it. You can get on your phone, look at it, see which one it is. Log out of it. You can, like I said, you can put your brokers on here. It's just I've had mine over there, and I've just left them over there. But other than that, have a good one. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll put a description in my link at the website here at the bottom. But go to the website and you'll see where it tells you exactly how did these go by. They actually go by the and Warrenboo. There's another one you can use, which I don't use it. I've never used it, but let me see. My thing's messing up. This is another one you can use, which I don't think these, I've looked at on some of these. I can't remember which one it is, but one of them don't really do Forex market. Penny stocks are real good at. Robinhood's really good at penny stocks and other stocks. Thanks Sink or Swim is another one that does penny stocks, and it does Forex too, but I know it's got a broker on there that someone said that will do short on stocks, which is on penny stocks, which I heard was kind of rare. But I don't do a lot of penny stocks. But that being said, you gotta get on here, get the news, get what's going on. But on this works by Fibonacci. And I ain't gonna get in a lot of details of it, but it's gotta come up and hit the far and then come down so far here. If you go to the website, it's going to show you from A to B, you know, then from X to A to B, where C's got to hit, and then from there you can get the D results. If these hit here, sometimes you can get about where D's going to hit and then swing up, and that's what it's done here. There's another one called Wolf, which we'll discuss later. But anyways, I won't get off here. I don't want to take too much more of everybody's time. We'll go in details of these patterns later on. A harmonic pattern, why they're Fibonacci, what they are, these harmonic patterns and stuff.